Remember the 90s, the decade of dial-up, grunge, and some of the most insane, groundbreaking supercars ever built. But what if I told you that many of these incredible machines, the very icons of automotive innovation, have completely vanished from our collective memory? Get ready to rediscover the forgotten beasts of the 90s. When you think of 90s supercars, names like the McLaren F1, the Ferrari F50, and the Lamborghini Diablo probably jump to mind. They were the poster cars, the legends that defined a generation. But the 90s was a turbulent, explosive era for automotive design, a time when small manufacturers and ambitious engineers dared to dream big, often with budgets that were anything but. This led to a wave of incredible, yet short-lived supercars that burned brightly for a moment before fading into obscurity. Today, we're pulling back the curtain of time to shine a light on these forgotten titans. These aren't just cars, they're stories of ambition, innovation, and sometimes spectacular failure. So buckle up, because we're about to go on a high-octane journey into the past. Our first stop is a machine that looks like it drove straight out of a sci-fi movie, the Vector W8. If you've never heard of it, you're not alone. Conceived by Gerald Wiegert, the Vector was America's audacious answer to European hypercars. Its design was pure, unadulterated aerospace fantasy, with sharp, angular lines that made a Lamborghini Countach look tame. Underneath that radical bodywork was a twin turbocharged 6.0-liter Rodec V8, claimed to produce over 625 horsepower. The claimed top speed, a mind-boggling 242 miles per hour. It used aerospace-grade materials, and the interior looked more like a fighter jet cockpit than a car, with an electronic screen and a dizzying array of buttons. It was a car ahead of its time, but plagued by production delays, internal conflicts, and an astronomical price tag. Only 19 production cars were ever made, making the Vector W8 a true unicorn of the automotive world, a testament to what happens when ambition flies a little too close to the sun. Next up, let's journey to France, not for wine and cheese, but for a car that aimed to take on the very best, the Venturi 400 GT. Often called the French F40, the 400 GT was a serious piece of kit. It was born from the world of endurance racing, and it showed. With its sleek, low-slung profile, massive rear wing, and round taillights, it certainly had the looks. Power came from a twin-turbo 3.0-liter V6, pumping out a very respectable 402 horsepower. This was enough to launch the lightweight coupe from 0 to 60 in about 4.5 seconds. The 400 GT was celebrated for its fantastic handling and raw, engaging driving experience. So why isn't it more famous? Well, the Venturi brand struggled to compete with established giants like Ferrari and a Porsche. Despite its racing pedigree and impressive performance, it remained a niche player, a hidden gem for those in the know. With fewer than 100 ever built, it remains one of the rarest and most underrated supercars of the era. Now, let's talk about a car that was all set to redefine the supercar rulebook, the Jaguar XJ220. Okay, forgotten might be a strong word for some enthusiasts, but for the general public, its story is often overshadowed. The XJ220's tale is one of incredible hype and unfortunate compromise. The original concept, revealed in 1988, promised a V12 engine and all-wheel drive. The world went crazy and deposits flooded in. However, when the production car arrived in 1992, things had changed. The glorious V12 was gone, replaced by a twin-turbocharged 3.5-liter V6 derived from a Group B rally car. The all-wheel drive system was also ditched for a simpler rear-wheel drive setup. Many customers felt betrayed and pulled their orders. Despite this, the XJ220 was still a phenomenal machine. It produced 542 horsepower and briefly held the record for the fastest production car in the world, hitting 217 miles per hour. It was stunningly beautiful, incredibly fast, and a masterclass in engineering. But the controversy surrounding its development and the economic recession of the early 90s sealed its fate as a commercial disappointment, a legend that never quite reached its full potential in the public's eye. Let's head over to Germany for our next forgotten beast, a car that came from a company you definitely know, but for entirely different reasons, the Isdera Commendatore 112i. This car is the definition of a passion project. Created by ex-Porsche designer Eberhard Schulz, the Commendatore was a work of art. It was incredibly sleek, boasting an amazing drag coefficient. Finally, we arrive at a truly wild creation from Japan, a country known for its own brand of performance cars, the Yamaha RX-9911. Yes, Yamaha, the company famous for motorcycles and pianos. In the early 90s, they decided to build a supercar, and they didn't hold back. The RX-9911 was essentially a Formula One car for the road. It had a carbon fiber chassis and a truly unique tandem seating arrangement with the passenger sitting behind the driver, just like in a fighter jet. The power plant was the real star. A 3.5-liter V12 engine derived directly from Yamaha's F1 program, screaming to over 10,000 RPM. It was raw, uncompromising, and completely bonkers. However, disagreements between Yamaha and the British engineering firm hired to help develop it, combined with the Japanese financial crisis, killed the project. Only 3 prototypes were ever built. The Yamaha RX-9911 represents the peak of engineering ambition, a car so extreme and so pure in its vision that it was perhaps too wild to ever exist in the real world. So there you have it. The Vector W8, the Venturi 400 GT, the Jaguar XJ220, the Istera Commendatore 112i, and the Yamaha RX-9911. 5 incredible supercars from the 90s that, for different reasons, never quite made it into the mainstream Hall of Fame. They are relics of a time when automotive dreams were big, risks were high, and the results were often spectacular, even if they were fleeting. These cars prove that for every icon we remember, there's a forgotten hero with an equally fascinating story waiting to be told. They are the ghosts in the machine, the unsung legends of a truly golden era. What do you think? Did you know about any of these cars? Or is there another forgotten 90s supercar that we missed? Let us know down in the comments. We love reading your stories and suggestions. Thanks so much for joining us on this trip down memory lane. If you enjoyed this deep dive, please hit that like button and consider subscribing to the channel for more explorations into the hidden corners of automotive history. We'll see you in the next one.